1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Federal Cabinet, which met in Islamabad today with Prime Minister in the chair, decided to make amendments in existing laws for appointment of heads of various government institutions in the country. The Treasury and opposition benches in Senate highlighted significance of collective approach to defeat coronavirus. The nationwide tally of coronavirus has soared to 32,674 with 593 new cases and 18 deaths reported during the last 24 hours. Pakistan and World Health Organization have signed an MOU for imparting online training to professional health workers to cope with COVID-19. The President has constituted the 10th National Finance Commission. APHC says Modi government has unleashed a reign of terror in occupied Kashmir even in the holy month of Ramadan. In Afghanistan, 37 people were killed in two separate attacks today. And now the news in detail. Federal Cabinet, which met in Islamabad today with Prime Minister Imran Khan in the chair, has decided to make amendments in existing laws for appointment of heads of various government institutions in the country. This was stated by Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Senator Shibli Faraz, while briefing newsmen about decisions taken by the Federal Cabinet in Islamabad this evening. He said a committee has been constituted in this regard under the supervision of Advisor for Institutional Reforms, Dr. Ishrat Hussain, which will present its recommendations within a week. He said Minister for Narcotics Control, Azam Khan Swati, presented 39 proposals to the Prime Minister on electoral reforms, which the Prime Minister appreciated. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has expressed the optimism to collectively surmount the challenge posed by the coronavirus. He made the remarks in the Senate today, which is holding discussion on the situation arising out of COVID-19. The foreign minister said the national strategy against the contagion has been chalked out after taking inputs from all the federating units. He said it is a national emergency and all the stakeholders will have to work collectively to defeat the virus which has engulfed the whole world. He said the National Coordination Committee and National Command and Operations Center have been established to accommodate the inputs of the provinces. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said the Prime Minister daily holds meetings and gives directions to cope with the current situation. He asked the opposition parties not to do politics on the pandemic. Leader of opposition in the Senate, Raja Zafrul Haq, said the federal and provincial governments should be on the same page to contain the spread of coronavirus. He opposed relaxation and lockdown, saying it has led to increase in COVID-19 cases. The leader of opposition also expressed concerns over the oppression unleashed by Modi government in occupied Jammu and Kashmir and massacre of Muslims in India. He said lockdown is in place in occupied Jammu and Kashmir since August last year and the people there have no access to medical supplies and treatment. PMLN leader Musaddiq Malik said an effective policy should be crafted to deal with the coronavirus. Mushtaq Ahmed of Jamaat-e-Islami said gas and power bills of the deserving families being provided with cash assistance under SR's program should be waived off. The House will now meet on Thursday at 12 noon. The nationwide tally of coronavirus has soared to 32,674 with 593 new cases and 18 deaths. 11,869 cases have so far been detected in Punjab, 12,610 in Sindh, 4,875 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 2,061 in Balochistan, 457 in Gilgit-Baltistan, 716 in Islamabad, and 86 in Azad Kashmir. 8,555 patients have so far recovered from the virus, whilst the death toll stands at 724. A memorandum of understanding has been signed between Health Services Academy of the National Command and Operations Center and World Health Organization to impart online training to professional health workers to cope with COVID-19. This was stated by Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on National Health Services, Dr. Zafar Mirza, while addressing a video conference in Islamabad today. He said under the agreement, over 100,000 frontline workers will be imparted online training in Pakistan about the usage of protective equipment. The special assistant said frontline paramedical staff and doctors are heroes of the nation and the government accords top priority to facilitate them. WHO representative in Pakistan, Dr. Palita Garantana Mahipala, signed the agreement. Representatives of all the four provinces, including Gilgit-Baltistan and Azad Kashmir, attended the conference via video link. The death toll from coronavirus across the world has risen to 2,88,012, while 4,80,142 cases have been reported globally. Meanwhile, 15,41,128 people have so far recovered from the infection. The United States has the highest number of total deaths with 81,796. Britain has the second highest toll with 32,065, followed by Italy with 30,739, Spain 26,920, and France 26,643 deaths. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Asian Development Bank's country director for Pakistan, Mrs. Ji Xiang, called on Minister for Economic Affairs, Makhdoom Khusro Bakhtiar, in Islamabad today. The minister expressed the hope that economic and financial relations between the Asian Development Bank and Pakistan would cultivate benefits in the future. Both sides underscored the need for enhanced cooperation in the areas of financial aid and development projects in Pakistan in the wake of COVID-19. President Dr. Arif Alvi has constituted a 10th National Finance Commission. Advisor to the Prime Minister on Finance and Revenue will chair the meetings of the NFC. Each province has been given representation in the Finance Commission. It will hold deliberations to evolve a consensus among the centre and the provinces over resource distribution formula from the federal divisible pool. The terms of reference of the Commission as per Article 162 of the Constitution includes assessment and allocation of resources to meet expenditures related to Azad Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan and newly merged districts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The All-Parties Hurriyat Conference has said the hands of RSS-backed Narendra Modi's fascist government are soaked with the blood of innocent Muslims in India and occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In a statement today, the APHC spokesperson pointed out that amid the coronavirus outbreak, the Modi government have unleashed a reign of terror in occupied Kashmir even in the holy month of Ramadan. The APHC called upon the United Nations, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and international human rights organizations to force India to stop human rights violations and resolve the Kashmir dispute as per the relevant UN resolutions and Kashmiris' aspirations. Meanwhile, 2 officers of Indian paramilitary Central Reserve Police Force committed suicide in the occupied territory today. An ASI ended his life by shooting himself with his service rifle at Matan in Islamabad district, while another ASI took his life with his gun in Srinagar. These 2 new deaths have raised the number of such deaths among Indian troops and police personnel to 451 in occupied Kashmir since January 2007. Pakistan has strongly condemned the inhuman and cowardly terrorist attack on a medical facility in Kabul and suicide attack on a funeral in Nangarhar province, resulting in the loss of so many precious lives. In a statement today, Foreign Office spokesperson Aisha Faruqi said these terrorist acts are particularly despicable as they take place in the holy month of Ramadan and at a time when Afghanistan is grappling with COVID-19 pandemic. She said, "We extend heartfelt sympathies and condolences to the families of victims and prayers for early recovery of those injured." The spokesperson said, "Our thoughts and prayers are also with the Afghan people in this hour of grief." She said Pakistan condemns terrorism in all its forms and manifestations and will continue to support a peaceful and stable Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, at least 37 people were killed and several others wounded in 2 separate attacks today. The first attack was carried out in the morning when 3 gunmen wearing police uniforms entered the Dashte-Barchi hospital in Kabul, killing 13 people, including 2 newborn babies. In the second attack, a suicide bomber struck the funeral of a police commander in the eastern province of Nangarhar, killing at least 24 people and injuring 68. A spokesman for the Nangarhar provincial government said the casualty toll could rise in the attack on the funeral. And with that, we come to the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.